Hi guys, it's Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. Cardi B goes on a rant because people are calling her out.
She's always outside. She's finally happy to do, like, she's finally happy that she's being a hoe, blah blah blah.
Ash
And I hate when I feel like as men they usually say that, like, oh, she's just being a hoe. And it's like, I'm not being a hoe, because after I leave the club, I take this wet ass to my fucking head with no to give it to. So I hate that. Like, I feel like me and my boy was talking about this. Like, it's like after you have like a breakup, like after you have a breakup, you have to you have to just live a little bit. You overthink it, and it's like that might fry you again. Not only might that fry you, that might make you sad, that might depress you, that might make you do dumb decisions, like hit up your ex or something like that. So it's like, like I want to go out, like, and it's been a long time, and I hate that people be like, oh, you too old to be going out.
Okay, so Botchin Bitter is calling out the haters. Now, here's my thing. She talked about everything but the release date for her next album. Okay, I think this is another play for sympathy. Girl, nobody cares that you're going out. People just see you out more than they see you with your children. That's probably why they've been calling you out about that, because you just have a newborn baby and you talking about you paying the nanny $700 a day. But when are you with your children? That's probably why they really calling you out, to be quite honest. But you need to focus on the album instead of focus on getting any type of D or partying. I mean, you about 35, okay? Cardi B, I mean, you got to grow up. I feel like it's kind of childish to want to be going out all the time just because you went through a breakup. Like, sit down. Stop. Now, moving on to Doja. Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red, has now sold over 5 million units in the U.S. Didn't that song just come out, like, what, last year? It's already sold 5 million units? Goodness gracious. It looks like Doja Cat got a diamond record on her hands, okay? Now, The Town is Dead is not my favorite song on, I think, what was the album called? Scarlet. I personally like Agora Hills, but Agora Hills didn't have the popularity that The Town is Dead did. Maybe because the song wasn't as demonic. I don't know. But this is a hit. You can't deny it. Okay. The Town is Dead 5 times platinum, and the song came out last year. That's kind of insane. So we got to give Doja Cat her tens for this. Okay. Now, moving on to Nicki She still reigns #1 as the best-selling female rapper in 2024 so far by total units, okay? Doja Cat, clearly, who is the princess of rap, is at #2. Megan at #3. Gorilla Glue at #4. Sexy Red beats out Botchin Bitter easily, okay, at #5. Botchin Bitter at #6. Scratch Off at #7. Flo Milli at #8. How is Lauryn Hill at #9? Wait, whoa. Now, I know Lauryn an icon, but what did she sell this year? She's still selling for the Miseducation? I don't know if I believe that. Somebody need to investigate that. I love you, Lauryn, but how are you still selling and you only got one album? Okay? That came out 20 years ago. Okay? That don't make sense to me. And Ice Spice at #10. Now, some of y'all may say, where's JT? Well, JT didn't put out an album. She put out a mixtape, and y'all didn't buy it. Y'all didn't support it. So don't ask where JT and D0JA are, because y'all don't support them. And they don't bother nobody. D0JA's unproblematic, but y'all don't support her. But congratulations to everybody on this list. And Nicki is still #1. Okay, which is honestly not shocking. Okay, the only thing I'm a little shocked about is Gorilla Glue being #4 and Megan being #3, because I could recall that Gorilla Glue outsold Megan easily when it comes to first week sales, but Megan got more albums. So it's saying total albums, not just, the albums released in 2024. It's total album unit. But with that being said, Allegedly, for Nicki Minaj's next era, allegedly Lucian Grange is willing to give Nicki Minaj a little bit of a bigger budget for her next album, okay? Which, she did say that she would release in 2025. We'll see. We'll see if it comes out in 2025. But she will get a little bit more of a bigger budget after her successful sold-out world tour. And, her going #1 for her Pink Friday 2 album. Now, it's not going to be an unlimited budget like the Chart Obsessed Racist has, okay? But I'm hearing that she's going to get a bigger budget than what Pink Friday 2 had. Pink Friday 2, they didn't really give her a big budget for that era. But for Pink Friday 3, possibly, that's what she nicknamed it, the budget will be a little bit better. From what I'm hearing, Lucian Grange is going to open up them wallets for the queen of rap, okay, which is well-deserved. And I suggest that they just take away Champagne Thickum's budget and just give it to Nicki because, she's not ungrateful and not a sore loser. Now, moving on from that, a lot of fans are debating that Bigger in Texas is better than Scratch Off's Georgia Peach. People are comparing Megan Thee Stallion and Scratch Off. Scratch Off put out an album. It didn't really do well on the charts. It didn't do well at all. But she did make a lot of noise on social media. Megan charted a few times on the Hot 100, but, both of her albums kind of flopped low-key. 60,000 and selling 9,000 for Act 2 wasn't that great. But let me know if you guys agree with this statement that Bigger in Texas is better than Georgia Peach, okay? I'll be honest with you. I probably more likely have listened to Georgia Peach than I did anything of Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Bigger in Texas is a bop. Let's not get it twisted. But, I don't know. I feel like Bigger in Texas, we've heard that from Megan Thee Stallion before, okay? Whether it was like Plan B or Realer. Okay, y'all remember that song Realer that she put out years and years ago? I feel like we've heard that sound from Megan Thee Stallion before. So it's like I can listen to Bigger in Texas, but it's not in my playlist. Georgia Peach to me is more of a bop, and I think it's going to have more longevity over time because people weren't really used to that sound from Scratch Off. And as we know, Champagne Thickums helped her with that album, and Champagne Thickums writers helped her with that album. So that's why she got a lot of notoriety for, Sugar Honey Piss Tea. So if I had to choose, I'm picking Georgia Peach over Bigger in Texas, okay? No shade. I'm going to choose Georgia Peach over Bigger in Texas. I really don't be having Scratch Off or Megan my playlist like that because mostly my playlist is usually R&B anyway. But no shade, Megan's music is never like being streamed by me. Like, no shade to Megan. I'm not saying she's not talented, but I feel like a lot of her music sound a little bit one-dimensional. I feel like Scratch Off tried to dabble into other sounds and try the singing more on this album because she wanted, to be the female version of Champagne Thickums, especially since Doja Cat was more in her rap bag. But either way, both of them technically be flopping. No shade. Now, moving on from that, Queen B's Cowboy Carter art book is now available on her official website. The product is only available to buyers in the United States. It will start shipping December 13th, okay? So why is Queen B putting out an art book? I don't get it. Why? Okay? I think she be doing stuff because she want the money. I think Queen B be a little bit greedy, a little bit money hungry. No shade of Queen B. And didn't the Chart Obsessed Racist just do this? Okay? So I feel like Queen B, not saying she's copying the Chart Obsessed Racist because I'm sure this was planned for months, but I do feel like she's a little bit money hungry, a little bit greedy. You just dropped a perfume. I guess nobody was buying that. Nobody was buying the perfume, so she had to drop an art book. She really need to be focusing on Act 3. Okay, stop with the shenanigans and stupid little books and perfumes. You need to focus on Act 3 because Act 2 was a bust. You know, Cowboy Carter wasn't that great. So I'm going to need you to come back swinging for Act 3. I don't want to have to remove the Queen of Music title, okay? Because the music got to live up to the Queen of Music title, okay? Renaissance was cool, but Cowboy Carter was a bust. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to need you to focus on that and less on the shenanigans of the perfumes, art books, alcohol company. Like, we don't really care about that, okay? Focus on Act 3, okay? Because the music is slacking. Now, moving on from that, Kung Fu Kenny, the king of rap, debuts at number 1 on the Billboard 200 album chart with GNX, 319,000 sold first week, 379.72 million on-demand streams, 32,000 in per sales, and he did not even have like physicals, no vinyls or anything like that. The vinyls and stuff are coming next year, so they don't count towards the first week sales. But this is good for a surprise drop. It's good because I remember Champagne Thickums putting out a surprise drop album, only did 200,000 first week. Okay, so I don't want nobody sneak dissing the king of rap for his surprise drop album when your faves can't even do 300,000 for a surprise drop. I don't want to hear no sneak dissing. Okay, because how can you say somebody's flop and they go number 1 on the Hot 100 and the Billboard 200 album chart? Now, speaking of number 1 records, it looks like Squabble Up will be still going number 1. TV Off going number 2. Luther number 3. Whacked Out Murals going number 4. Hey Now, which is my favorite song, that's a bop. So is TV Off. Going number 5. Reincarnated number 8. Man in the Garden number 9. And of course, the Queen of Christmas has to be at number 10. I mean, like, oh my goodness. I'm so tired of that song. I'll be honest with you. Y'all can call me a hater. I don't care. You know, it's probably true. I do not play this song ever during Christmas time. All I Want for Christmas is banned in my house. You do not play that song because I'll be honest with you, the song is okay, but it's like, why every year it gotta go top 10 or number 1? I don't understand it, okay? That's not the best Christmas song of all time. It is banned. No shade to the Queen of Christmas, but I do never want to hear that song ever, 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 ever. I'm sorry. I think that song is overhyped. I'm like, every year it don't need to go number 1. I mean, the song is a bop, but like y'all overdo it every year. So I never play that song ever. No shade. But Dodger Blue has been moved down to number 11 because of the Queen of Christmas. Peekaboo is at number 13. And then Heart Part 6 at number 14. And then the remainder of the songs are top 20, top 30, according to the talk of the charts, okay? So all 12 songs will be on the Hot 100, and that's a good look for Kung Fu Kenny. Now, moving on from that, Luther becomes SZA's fastest song to reach 50 million streams on Payola. So congratulations to SZA for that. And according to SZA's, I think it was something she posted on Instagram, we might be getting a music video. And I definitely feel like we should. Luther is a bop, and Valentine's Day is coming up. I feel like that could really blow up around Valentine's Day as a love song. And I really think that this song so far is top 5 songs of the year. Okay, it ain't number 1, but it's definitely one of the top 5 or top 10 best songs of the year. And I think SZA and Kung Fu Kenny gotta make a collaboration album, okay? Because they have a lot of chemistry, in my opinion. Now, moving on from that, Wicked, which is by Ariana and Cynthia, debut at number 2 on the Hot 100 with 139,000 streams, 67.66 million on-demand streams, 85,000 per sale. So congratulations to Queen Ari and Cynthia for that. That's pretty good for a soundtrack. Okay, like you can't even hate on this. This is really good for a soundtrack, and 85,000 in per sales is impressive. But probably a lot of kids bought the album. Obviously, because I think a lot of kids probably went and saw this movie, even though it's probably for adults. Okay, not necessarily, might not be for children. I don't know. I haven't watched it, but a lot of children probably went to see this film. Okay, and children love Queen Ari. Okay, because she appeals to children. She used to be on Nickelodeon, duh. So at the end of the day, this is a good look. And like I said before, I do believe that Queen Ari will get an Oscar or Scammy for this movie. I definitely believe that. Now, moving on from that, the most songs over 600 million streams by female rapper. D0JA Cat is at number 1 with 13 songs. Botchin' Bitter, number 2 with 12 songs. Ckiminaj, number 3 with 11 songs. Iggy with 3 songs. Megan with 2 songs. Ice Spice with 1 song. Scratch Off with 1 song. Lisa with 1 song. MIA with 1 song. And Cos Official with 1 song. Okay, I don't know who's that. The rest don't matter because they probably got 0 or 1 song. Okay, but I'm just like, how is D0JA Cat number 1? What are 13 songs that D0JA Cat has that need to have over 600 million streams on Payola 5? Clearly, she has the best payola deal. I don't blame RCA the colorist for giving her payola. I mean, who else would they give it to on RCA the colorist besides SZA? Okay, Scratch Off is a flop, but I just feel like there's definitely some payola going on because I'm like, I can name 13 D0JA Cat songs, but I don't know if these songs would organically have 600 million streams. Okay, I don't know about that. Okay, I think that is some finessing going on. Okay, but D0JA Cat still a superstar in my opinion. Okay, now Chart Data and Payola Board also announced the best-selling rappers by total album units this year so far for the male rappers. Not the female rappers. We just went over the female rappers. So Champagne Thickums is at number 1. Future at number 2. Clownye, number 3. Kung Fu Kenny, number 4. Travis, number 5. Eminem, number 6. Young Boy, number 7. Rod Wave at number 8. 21 Below Average at number 9. And Tyler, the Creator, at number 10. I'm like, how is Tyler, the Bottom Feeder, doing less than 21 Below Average? Okay. But I think that this list is also, goes based on how many albums a person releases throughout the course of their careers. Okay. Champagne Thickums and Future got the most albums than anybody on this list besides maybe Kanye West. Okay, but Champagne Thickums got double the albums that Kung Fu Kenny got, and probably maybe Eminem. Okay, and then, I'm just shocked that Tyler, the Bottom Feeder, is at number 10. I'm like, how is 21 Below Average beating you? That don't even make sense. Okay, and I was actually shocked to even see Youngboy on here at all, to be quite honest. Like, isn't he in jail? But congratulations to everybody on this list. Once the payola gets removed, when this Universal lawsuit goes to trial, a few people may not be on this list. I'm just saying. No shade. I'm just telling you facts. When that lawsuit is over, even though people are saying it's a pre-submission lawsuit, not an actual lawsuit, it don't matter. Champagne Thickums is suing Universal. Some of these people are not going to be on this list. Okay, now I'm not going to say who, but I'm sure you guys can guess. I'm not talking about NBA Youngboy. I'm not talking about 21 Below Average or Tyler, the Bottom Feeder. But there's a few people here that have gotten the payola package, and that's why they were at that spot. Once that payola gets removed, it's going to be interesting to see how, things play out. Now, moving on from that, Bottom Bussy Khaled has announced that he will be putting out a new single with Normani this Friday. Okay, let me know if you guys care. I definitely don't. Okay, after that publicity stunt, humiliation ritual, whatever you want to call it, that happened with Khaled, I think 2 weeks ago. I think it definitely was a publicity stunt, humiliation ritual for this new release. Okay, how convenient. You get outed and then now you want to drop music. Very interesting. No shade. I'm just putting two to two together. But let me know if you guys are going to be supporting this song. Okay? And last and definitely not least, Cynthia Erivo joins Queen Bee as the only Black woman to have a project debut within the top 2 on the Billboard 200 album chart this year. That's it? It was just them 2? Wow, that's not good. That is not good. Y'all Black women in the industry, y'all need to step it up. How are they the only 2 to debut at the top 2 on the Billboard 200 album chart? And that's not good. And to be quite honest, if the Wicked album and movie never came out, she wouldn't even be top 2. Okay, it would just be Queen Bee. Like, where is the Black women topping the album charts? Is it always going to be Queen Bee and Ckiminaj? Okay, so if Ckiminaj don't drop new music or drop a new album, it won't be her. If Queen Bee don't drop, it won't be her. But who else? Okay, now SZA, maybe when SZA drop, she definitely going top 2. If she don't go number 1, she going top 2. And I definitely think Musty Walker can go top 2 on the Billboard 200 album chart when she drops her album. But unfortunately, it's only 2 Black women this year, and one was for a soundtrack. That's disappointing, okay? Because I know more Black women dropped albums this year, and y'all just didn't buy, okay? Like D0JA and Victoria Monet, okay? Y'all just didn't support it. Megan dropped 2 albums, didn't go top 2. This is disappointing. Okay, so y'all need to start supporting these Black queens when they drop music. It can't just be social media hype. But anyway, I got some hot tea on XXX Tentacion and Champagne Thickums on Patreon. Link will be in description. Have a great day.